right there. Go strong. Right, yep. Keep on. Fire away.
They must have felt like they were playing against a side with a lot of on the line.
Oh yeah, we knew that. I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? I mean, they had to win the game, and you know, it was really important for us too. But I mean, in the scheme of things, not as important. So, but we knew we were going to get genuine practice at what you get in September, and you know, I think we've come a long way from those tight games when we've struggled at times. The boys are so disciplined to do what we practiced, and they executed it well today. But you can practice it all you like, but you don't get a lot of opportunity to practice it at sort of September intensity. And I think, you know, the players would have felt that last 10 minutes was like a final, and you know, that's what we're going to get in finals for 4 quarters. So the more practice you can get at that, the better.
What made the difference, do you reckon, in the last 10 or 12 minutes when it was so tight? Was it Ziegel being the X factor in the 450, or what do you think it was?
I'm loath to individualise, but I mean, our midfield got on top. We're able to control the game. I mean, the scoring end was clearly going to the other end for the game. So I mean, to be able to outscore the opposition in the last quarter and you know, get the job done there was really pleasing. But obviously some individuals had great games. But I thought if you start reeling them off, you know, from my vantage point, you know, you'd be going for a while, because our back half were really good at times under pressure. Their forwards are really, really dangerous. Our midfield did the job, and we were able to restructure our forward line to look dangerous enough when it counted.
The stoppage work has sharpened up a fair bit, hasn't it? You seem to get excited a little bit today. Were you pleased with it?
Yeah, our stoppage work's been pretty good the last 2 years, really, in terms of numbers, but a challenge for us this year has been getting the personnel through there on a regular basis. You know, Swallow obviously missed the first half of the year. Wells, and he came back for his first last week, and you know, Zeeble and Cunnington and Bastanak and Greenwood. You know, we've got some depth through there now, and it's been important because we haven't always had them available at the same time.
Is there anything in particular that sparked you to move Zeeble forward, and I guess the majority of that second half?
He's just a good player, Jack. I mean, you put good players where you need them. I mean, I think you know, Cunnington and Zeeble both have a great ability to mark the ball over their head. You know, Greenwood as well. And so I think that's a great strength, that you've got midfielders who can do that when your forward line's not functioning the way you'd like it to. But I thought, you know, it was a big decision to sub Ben Brown, because we thought he had a good third quarter. And he was going pretty well for us, but you know, we needed to change it up a little bit, and so it was a little bit of a risk, but look, it came off. So it's the gig in coaching. You're a genius when it works, and you're a moron when it doesn't.
Your leaders have been criticised while they were on leading for almost the same as what you think today's performance about Freo and Ziegel and Pitcher out the way at the club, you know, tight circumstances.
Oh, I thought that was superb. You know, I think that a lot of I haven't said anything about Harvey and Wells for the entire week. I mean, that happens externally. Clearly, people are talking about it, but you know, we got great confidence in Cunnington and Zeeble and Swallow and Petrie and Gibson and Frito, all Scott Thompson, all our leadership group. So, you know, when you lose a couple, you just replace them, and we've got confidence in our depth, and we've needed depth this year because we haven't had great availability, which is unusual for this club over the last 5 years.
I remember after the Melbourne game, there was a lot of inaccuracy then. You know, you see called goal kicking the most underrated set. I mean, you nearly kicked to rally today.
Yeah, it's look. We thought we've been doing an enormous amount of work on it. Last week we kicked 17-9, you know, but it's under the roof at Etihad. The conditions today were, I mean, the ground's always perfect down here. You know, we'd love to get a drop-in pitch for the Tasmanians down here. And, you know, I think if you're watching the game, you'd probably agree, players from both sides slipping around a bit. So that's something we'll talk about at length. But, yeah, it is, can win and lose your games, can't it? I mean, Pods has the shot, hits the post. I mean, it's a really tough game sometimes, and, you know, you've got to be able to convert your opportunities. But getting your opportunities is still the hardest thing.
How do you approach the game against Melbourne this week? I mean, a lot of conversation with the Demons and their ball form. Do you look to rest any of your players, or how do you tune the players to the final round competition?
We'll discuss that in detail, but I think that I look to probably the flip side of resting is who's coming back. I'm really looking forward to watching Jamie McMillan play his second game back in the VFL after a long layoff. He's a really important player to us. Wells will be back. We're hopeful. I say hopeful. Hanson's back because we thought he was going to be back 2 weeks in a row now, and he hasn't. So I mean, there's three off the top of my head. Mason Wood travelled this week as well. We'd like to see him. So it's, I think it's as much looking at who's going to come in as who might go out, and there's still pressure on for spots. There are players out there today fighting, for their football lives. So we'll look at the upside of guys who could come in more than who should go out.
It's a bit of a naughty having a schoolboy running out there, but he's empty spot. He's named for a player.
Yeah. I was asked. Jude Bolton asked me pre-game about young Kane Turner coming in a high-pressure game, and I said, well, that's exactly why we've got him in our club for these sorts of games, because he runs straight at the ball. He doesn't care what's in his way. Size is not an issue for him, and his courage and his aggression, his tenacity is all fantastic. But he's actually a skilled, classy little footballer too. So he's a good package, and he doesn't care that he's the youngest player in the AFL or that he's still at school.
How did you see the crowd, especially late towards the game, and I guess with adding another game from next year on, is it really a place you think you can turn into a goal?
Oh yeah, the crowd was awesome. We're a bit removed from it because we're in a coach's box with a couple of construction workers. But even from where we sat, it was still fantastic. But when that stand's finished, it's going to be unbelievable. So, we're behind. We're behind Hobart in a big way, and we're trying to do all the hard work to show the people of Hobart that we're here to stay, and we want to play footy down here. We want to play 3 games. And I think if we do that, then in turn they'll support us and come and watch a really good spectacle at a world-class facility.
What kind of shape would you say your side is in with 5 weeks to go? Are you happy with how the team balance coming together?
Yeah, it's probably the best it's been. So the upside, I've said for a couple of weeks, the upside is better than the downside. So I mean, the guys that are coming back will only make us better. So it's taken until this time of the year to get that.
What are your thoughts on now that you've locked in a home elimination final?
It's a difficult one because, we wanted to win to solidify our position in the finals today, but we've still got another game against Melbourne, and we get another chance to work at our craft and make sure that we play the sort of footy that's going to be worthy of finals and worthy of winning finals. So, we do the old 1 week at a time, to be honest, probably doesn't apply because we do have to look at getting our squad up and going. But, you walk a pretty fine line when you start flirting with your form. So we won't be doing that. We'll be giving guys opportunities to fight for their spot in the side. That's the way we look at it.
Jack said just before City only went forward for a rest, but just stayed longer than he did. Is that what you're taking?
Yeah, no, we rotated him forward for a rest, and then he tried to come up to the midfield, and the runner almost physically pushed him back down there. So, the last quarter we had to change it, but we were fortunate that he was, he took a couple of great marks in the third quarter, which made the decision a bit easier to make our sub and restructure our forward line. Thanks.